Test. Am I live? I think I am. So, this is my second stream for Disco Elysium. I'm trying to stream on both Twitch and YouTube for today. Yesterday, I realized that even though Disco Elysium has a streamer mode that changes the music to avoid copyright strikes, I still got like 2 of them on YouTube. So I decided to stream on Twitch as well, just in case. I don't think anything is gonna happen, so I shouldn't really worry about it, but you know. I also wanted to test my connection as well, because I've been having issues in the past, few months. I'm not 100% sure it's all on my connection, because sometimes it just works fine, so maybe it's YouTube as well, or a combination of both, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, kind of remember what I was doing, sort of. I still haven't managed to get the body down.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Need to increase my endurance, I think. My tasks. Done. Check down your badge. Pay for damages. Cannot inspect. Find booze and drink it. Thing. Read the watermarks. I'll just try interacting with someone else, I guess.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you
Hello?
interested in a new and exciting book?
Kind of. Oh, there is a bookstore. Is it okay if I ask
Okay,
you some
sir.
questions?
I'll try to answer any questions you have.
What's your
My
name?
name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Pat her head.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Nice.
I do my studies at home at the moment.
I noticed
I have to
that
help Mum keep this place running.
time runs quite quickly when I'm talking to people,
Mum
so
says
maybe
it's necessary to do both because it builds character.
I
Mum
shouldn't
says a
really
proper worker is dutiful.
interact with so
That's
many
how you get
people.
ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go
Bankrupt.
Exactly, but we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. It's exciting to people, I guess.
My connection
You
is
get to imagine
dying.
dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle where you can guess who the criminal is.
Connection is dying already, and it's only been 4 minutes. Ah.
You don't look... Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She looks at Dick Mullen, frowning. He isn't even drawn right. She examines the picture.
My connection seems to be fine now.
She then shrugs and puts the book aside, unconvinced.
Sure you can, sir. He's just a fictional character. He'll be no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir.
Oh.
Like in the books.
Okay, I'm going to deduce something.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
Don't need to be worried. You can show them to me. Oh, you don't need to
She
be worried.
looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's
She
okay.
brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Oh,
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
yep. Well, oh, super simple.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half
You're uptight because of your
enthusiastic.
mother. Rats have been nibbling on you. No, chewing on nails. Probably because of the mother, right?
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Can I deduce something about me?
You're quite sober.
What?
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching.
How do you know I'm usually
Because
not?
you usually aren't.
Oh, really? So she saw me already.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar. Somehow, there's something you're missing.
Wait. What are you missing here? 17%. It's a white check though. Suggestion.
You have absolutely
Ah,
no idea.
of course.
Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard.
Maybe I'll find something. I'm just gonna go into the store. Hmm? Okay. I can increase my endurance by 1, right? I think I need this for the body. Oh, wait, let me go back to the body then. Oh,
There he still is, looking right
72%.
with his,
Please.
as you breathe in,
Nice.
the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders.
How do we get him
The cock
We
down?
should have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him down. It looks worrisome.
The
Okay.
hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
They want. How did I even get him up? We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it.
The brief suggested as much. politically motivated by the ongoing strike.
Wait, do we know who
Did you not get a
the
briefing?
victim is?
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
Okay.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Wait, he points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. Oh,
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed.
I mean they look
Technically
They look
speaking,
like an armor.
These are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. It's clearly some manner of super armor or future armor. Super future armor? I'm useless.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Zirconium dioxide. Is that real? Let me Google that. It is ZrO2.
Under the hill. Fairweather. Fairweather model T500VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
What
The
happened to
locals
the
probably
rest?
scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to.
Can I pull the boot
The
off? Can I
stench
do that?
fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Is this a bad idea?
Pull his head off.
Oh really?
Do it, homo!
What?
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
Is it a
What are you
bad
trying
thing
to
if
achieve
I...
anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Are we not detectives? Yeah?
Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Well, yeah, I can accept. Sounds like a plan. Or steal. I mean, he's dead. It's not like he's gonna complain, right?
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. feels nice.
Hmm.
Nice and cracky.
What's going to happen to the boots
Processing
then?
will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue? It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes.
I need to hustle more. Oh,
I have no idea what that means.
so how could this man
That's for
afford the
us to find
boots
out.
or the
My
armor? I
initial
guess.
report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
Oh, security guard. Okay.
Your first instinct was correct. This equipment is way beyond what
Oh
a
no.
security guard
Okay,
can
they're not
afford.
getting boots for that. How come the
A
boot?
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
Oh, should I do that? No, it sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is
Oh,
a
wait.
kinetic redistributor. It
So I can
spreads
do that?
kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice the whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Do I need to note it down? I assume it does it
Can you read
automatically.
it to me?
X5415 6745
Wait.
222. Let's lie.
Wait, what? No. Wait, is that the lie? The X?
We have a make and
Okay.
a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The
And that's
cadaver
enough here.
slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremity, an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing,
A map of the stars.
Hmm.
I do.
as if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
Let him cook.
Kuno, what the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Instant color
I have
camera.
only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound,
Ah!
a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling.
In case we need it.
Machine.
It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it?
Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the
28%
organic
white shark.
processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Inland Empire. Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Oh, success? Oh. Wait. Where have you
Into
gone?
the wild pale yonder.
What is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
Yeah, am I actually talking to his ghost or
I'm a
something?
joke. Look at me.
Who were you when you were
A
alive?
killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead.
What is
Copper.
happening?
What do you mean?
Oh, talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead.
So I'm not
Ask
actually
more
talking to him.
questions. Because
Or
you're
his
a
ghost.
copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Your lost Copodopo would have been so primo. Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Baby?
You sure wriggled out of that one. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things
Oh.
once he's done.
Up
The
back.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Squint.
As
Take
you
a step
narrow
back.
your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
He's probably beaten up. Eh?
I do.
See?
Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he was upright after death.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before
Something
sending
is
a
coming
probable-
out
A
of
pool
him.
of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
How can he tell?
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Also, I have no idea why they censor all the swear words. Or half of them, I guess. Got
Did
lucky?
we? I don't feel lucky. I agree.
His personality is no longer a
I
part
think
of
he's
the
dead.
world.
Totally dead.
Too heavy. Totally.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But there is no breath to catch. Only
Think-
the cadaver filling
okay.
the air.
Preliminary examination is done then.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Bring down, ask for help. Saw the branch, but we will need a ladder for that. Probably.
Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way. With less falling down of trees.
Let someone else do it.
You mean like the police?
What was that about processing then? Weren't they
Oh, the
supposed to
police.
take care of the boots? Why
Oh, yeah.
didn't they help?
Yeah,
No.
we call the guys from what?
Think
Why?
of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Help from the
I
hardware,
was really hoping we
maybe.
wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect.
Oh yeah.
It seems like a
I guess the only option is to shoot him down
I really
then.
prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Okay,
But
okay.
what other options? The
Shoot him
corpse
down.
twists on-
Yeah, bang bang time, pig.
I don't have a gun though.
Oh,
with a buckle tied
Uh,
to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
The buckle.
where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
I don't have a gun though.
Pigs will miss Kuno.
I'll blow his head off.
Hey,
Take
what?
it. Take the shot.
Yeah, take the shot.
Okay,
Kuno
maybe
wants some
I
of that
should do
shit.
it. Wait, I don't have a gun then. And then
His elbow
he doesn't know that I don't have a
Lieutenant
gun.
Unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm.
Please don't
He
miss.
drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is...
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke
I think he missed, right?
in the air.
God damn it.
He did miss.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot. Mookabat asshole.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's
Uh,
not fucking handicapped, is he?
Hey, what now?
See, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't
Well,
feel like too bad of
can I have a
shot
gun?
yourself.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
Oh, he's gonna
I only have one gun.
do have to
This
roll.
is the sorriest pair of pigs.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana.
Oh, I have a gun now.
Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Feel the
A
weight.
cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground.
Am I going
and
to
your
miss?
left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your
Oh,
fucking mouth?
42%.
At least you won't miss.
42%. It cannot be retried. Do I need to... What happens if I close my
Your
left
field of
eye?
view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light
Is it better
as
now?
the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun's sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying.
Oh,
You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
58% now. Nice. Easy.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
Don't think he's gonna tell me. Communism. Okay.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Fuck you, Kurpale!
Ace is high.
Oh,
The ace is high, a custom invented by the
Do I high
aerostat
five?
brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success. You could add an ace's low
Slap.
to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
slap it and wait for an ace's low. Okay.
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does. And with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging.
Nice.
I knew these guys were
Okay. I can add ace's low here. +2 empathy towards Kim. Okay. So 1 experience point.
Officer, let's keep our attention on the victim. We will
What
perform
now?
a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away.
Slumped on
Okay.
the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
What?
Yes, the 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I can't say I'm fully satisfied with that part. We should search for prints, maybe.
Points to the spraying mud around
2.
you.
Initial examination of
Oh
the
yeah, I
victim.
haven't checked that.
We were exhaustive in our efforts there. Good job. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
Ah, my connection is dying. Connection is dying again. It's dead. It's dead. Wait, let me. Let me wait for connection to come back. This is second time now. Second time today that my connection dies. Am I back? I'm back.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, it stinks.
We have someone else for autopsy.
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do. Your station
Okay.
would not have assigned you the case otherwise.
Okay,
This
okay.
case is important. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Okay.
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
So, oh yeah, I need to save. Max.
There are several footprints
Oh.
in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard
Do I
work
need
boot,
to note them
steel
down though?
reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have
The
pushed
body
them.
has been there for 7 days though, so
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes,
there must have been a lot
number
of people
44.
going around here.
6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
8,
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
20. Same guys are going back and
I
forth.
never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary. One soul is smoother than the
Interesting.
other.
Let's name it the Old Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? A drummer only uses the right foot for the kick drum. You're right.
Oh,
Stupid.
okay. Wait, it
Perhaps
might be
it
right.
could be a driver.
A driver?
would wear the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Oh,
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
hmm.
A woman or a kid?
No way to be
Understood.
sure.
Anything else?
Maybe
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's
Oh,
say a
yeah.
heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He
Could
might
be.
be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Yeah.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
I mean, they have to carry him somehow.
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
The victim wasn't con.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between 2 men.
Oh,
Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
how old do you think
A
these
week,
tracks
maybe?
are?
7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place.
What about people coming here afterwards, though?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
I think that's all. Oh, these are all the tasks that I haven't completed, right? They're found white checks. Those on white are available to try. Oh, trash container and mirror. Is there anything else I need to do here, though? Maybe check the body again? Or maybe check... Okay, check here. There's a white check.
The trash container. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. There's nothing
Where
more
was
of
it?
interest. Not much to see here. You see, you've done this before. No. A box falls into pieces in
Wait.
it. There's nothing more of interest
The
in
thing
this
then.
smudge of peels and meat byproduct.
Trash
Try
container,
the
physical
carton
instrument.
or those stinking rags.
Legendary. I don't understand. Should be available now. Those on white. I don't know.
The container sounds a muffled gong. The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Okay. What exactly is a field
Come on,
autopsy?
officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
I have for no clap your gloved hand.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Okay.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Okay.
Yes, you see, the field autopsy form is the one on red copier paper.
Open the ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
One assistant. Okay,
It's
begin.
you,
Okay.
not an energetic start to an autopsy, I agree.
I don't know my own
Messed up.
name.
Kuno feels pity.
Just leave it empty, officer.
the corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia.
KK57-08.
Okay.
KK
Coroner's
equals
case.
Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Okay, put
Next.
it down. Name?
NA. Next.
Date of
And-
birth, age,
Roughly 50.
Try
Can't tell.
40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
42
He
maybe.
nods.
Race,
Mondial.
mundial. Is that white?
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex, male, I guess.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number.
KK 57 0503
Evidence of
08.
treatment.
At least not after the initial examination.
Treatment is after killing him, right?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
We should start the post-mortem.
the corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, you have deserved them more than anyone else. Patience. After the autopsy,
Did I?
before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep.
Oh
I
what?
hope
No.
this has helped you, my lead.
The boot has
I'm
a
not.
serial
I'm not
number.
stealing the boots.
It's E50.100.100. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short. Lividity
write it
is
down.
consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Okay.
Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Can I use them though?
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Okay.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully.
Oh shit.
With as much
Is that
precision
is that another roll then?
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pixel voice.
42%. Look for a good spot.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
83% now.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No!
Like the pants.
Get up and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Should I inspect? No, just write
Back
down.
is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh. and
Combat
neck.
injuries.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades.
Oh,
dispersal and
okay.
accumulation
I thought it was
indicates
combat
long
injuries from
active
when he was
combat
killed.
duty.
Last item, hands. Hands are clean, no sign of a recent struggle.
So, okay.
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Should I do description of injuries before internal?
Central nervous
no.
system.
Just go with the
have
order.
Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house.
That sounds so disgusting.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Being a detective
The
sounds
hyoid
so
bone is
disgusting.
fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Hepatobiliary. That.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Oh, okay, okay.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Full of fish.
Digested
Pieces.
semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of
Let's
injuries.
see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Okay, bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal, probably.
Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
That's Kuno, right?
Velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest.
Non-fatal.
Right. Next,
The fourth
Nothing.
injury field.
just
Four.
in case.
Oh,
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Fatal injury.
We have established cause of death.
I mean, that's the only
It's not
thing,
much,
right?
And it leaves much to be questioned. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
New skill point. Okay. How did it go?
We established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy. I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
Rip out a copy.
for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Search the body one more time. It's perception. Can increase my perception. Wait, what? Perception legendary. Wait. Oh, perception is here. I could give 2 points. Is that gonna be enough though? I don't think that's gonna be enough. $17?
Shoot, Looney Road. Come back later, Corporal.
I have to
I
remove the
thought we
boots.
decided to leave it
Ah.
to processing.
Damn it. This is
Okay.
okay. So you can sneak out of your roommate
Uh,
after he's gone to sleep.
perception 6. Okay, let's roll. 17%.
Run your hands
Ah.
over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its...
Looking in his
You pull down
pants.
his breeches.
There's
Can't get
nothing.
enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
Yeah, let's
I
leave
worked
the
as
processing.
one of those processing guys for a year. They are butchers and clowns. I once saw 20 CODs go misidentified in 1 week. In short, you and I are the last line of detection. If
Okay,
you
where
are
do we
not sure
find the
we got
fridge?
everything, it would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the work.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? What?
Only if all else fails.
Okay, let's try then.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Well,
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home
bonuses.
awaits. Walk past
Learning
Station 41
Cap for
and through
perception
the
raised to
market,
5.
past the Boogie Street
Speed
spearhead
gives 1
to the
psi. Okay. Let's go. So, for the body, ask the Maybe Kuno or some other local kids whirling free. I'm going back to the bar then. Let's say bar, but it's a motel. Close for winter. Please use main entrance. Also, I just realized that I have 3 HP now. This is open. First, fridge.
Can I help you?
In the fridge.
Yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Yep.
Corrected.
Well, I have a fridge, and you're not
What?
putting it here. Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
It would only be for...
I guess
Lieutenant,
it
you too?
makes sense.
You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the frit clerk.
Okay. And give him the
Thanks. I hope
key.
you found what you were looking for.
The victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
But someone in the staff had put them there.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
Another thing. Great.
No.
Yes.
Dishes. Anything else I can try? What is that? Oh, money? Nice.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock.
Wonder
It's
where
painted
this
green.
door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No,
Oh.
your fingers do.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation. Garth
Okay.
is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Okay, I guess I need to ask him first. Can I not just go?
Can I
Sneak
help you?
in?
Yes.
Oops.
Have you got it? Like what? Another thing.
There's a
Great.
mysterious
I
blue
love-
steel door.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't
What?
know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
So there's the door that
Or
hasn't been
some
opened for
boring
10 years.
Storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so yes.
Yeah, I guess no keys. Can we break into the door also? Is the cook?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please. The man puts his cup down and replies something.
Need the
His
fridge.
left hand
Your nose
drawing
behind the
arcs
door.
in the air. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly.
Does
Shrugging
not.
is an international sign for. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering. The man keeps
fridge
shaking
or a
his head.
corpse.
His eyes seem sad.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear.
What language
He's
is
from
that?
Grad, a Koiko.
With the mention of the word Koiko, the cook starts talking excessively, his hands up in the air again. He's from Grad. People from Grad don't mind if they're called by their national derogatives. It's okay to call him a Koiko.
Okay.
Why am I the corpse? Doesn't matter. I don't think he understood us anyway. He wouldn't be smiling if he did. What are you doing?
The cook looks at you, doing the...
I don't
the
think
cook
this is working
says,
out.
Oh, no. Body no fit fridge. Fridge more.
Oh,
No. I know.
Okay, we have our answer. It won't fit.
okay. Probably save more often. Oh, this guy is new. He was not here before. Can I talk to him? I cannot. What tasks? Bridge. Passage. Harbor. Yeah, should I go to the harbor? I don't know who else would have a fridge.
I can't believe it felt like
Body's
spring
down.
Do you mean the body is finally gone?
Well,
Absolutely
it's
gone.
still there.
Right. Can you tell me when you've taken him away?
Okay. He doesn't have anything to say. Is there anything else around here?
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is...
No.
This coin-operated viewer. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
Better not spend the little money I have. Bird? Cormorant.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
How can I move this? Money, magnesium.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Oh! Who that?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
You hiding
There's no
something?
trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Is it
Okay.
really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish the cigarette, I have to work.
Okay. You have a good view. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinet's standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone
What?
else investigating the lynching?
You die? Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look,
Last week is when the guy died, right?
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
And a
It was my
friend.
Sunday friend.
Sunday friend?
He
What does
doesn't
that even
reply,
mean?
gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
It's not. Probably.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Didn't seem to stay. Only 28%.
Time to bring out your secret
Nope.
charm. Tears and nails. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet.
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to go. Good luck with the investigation.
Okay. Wait, task gained.
He's gone.
Task gained. Find a way inside the large apartment building.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Okay.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud.
There a key?
Beneath it, rusty from
Of course.
dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. We'll just have to go in and see.
Let me check all the things here first. Take. Oh, hat. Each hat. Reaction speed +1. Toric -1. Can I go up here? No. I don't go up there, right? No. What about down here? Nope. Fiction notices. +1 logic, -1 authority. Glasses. Yeah. I look so weird. Box filled with chemicals. Someone's shoes. Oh no, that's money.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says,
So the key doesn't say key to room 1. Oh no, that's my room. Key to apartment building.
this door has been closed with a padlock. No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply
Test. Am I live again? Okay, that is what, the third time my connection dies? Or fourth? I forgot. Probably end the stream soon. I didn't have so many issues yesterday.
You seem committed to it, so go on.
And maybe not now. Maybe not cut through the thing now. Take, what's that? Postcard. Money.
You hear someone walking around inside.
No.
The walking stops abruptly. Sounding
No one
like a
comes?
A woman's shoes.
No.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Oops. No.
You hear a poor.
It is
Do
the
I
police.
have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do.
Okay. Door 9 is locked. Mailbox is overflowing.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. Go ahead then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor
Looking for a
and the
young man.
residence.
Yes?
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
Want to talk to him.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go
28.
to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways. If you can call it living. It's barely bigger than a closet. But
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Ask away, policeman.
One of the residents on a
People
vacation.
come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died, hopefully somewhere else.
People come and go.
They probably just.
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
Wait. Talk to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
What?
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you? Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Lives behind the padlock
that one
door.
is a scientist, a future scholar. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study. Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall. That's what I said. Astrology.
The lieutenant shakes his head.
Okay.
She mumbles some kind of.
So I need to check door number 10. Is it this one?
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture.
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Okay. Open the door.
Come on.
Oh, she's actually unlocking.
That was easy.
That was smart.
I should save, probably. Go in. Mattress.
Satisfied? My name is.
It looks
Marielle
so creepy.
Chardonnay,
Why does she look like
agent with
female
Monday
Joker?
Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
Inspect the
It feels
passport.
flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry. Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but...
Stop Dark Chaos.
And again, I have no idea how
It's
stupid
been
mistakes
ages.
like this can even happen. But Ron,
You
who
mean
came to close
6
the
years?
door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you
If
believe
you're if you're a follower from the
ran
Persona
off with his
days,
stuff.
Persona 5
He's
days,
gone.
it's
The
been
money's gone. Just
5,
like that.
6 years now.
The sum must have been puny.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
And it doesn't seem like she knows
course.
anything. Oh, take shoes. Okay, I'm just stealing some random shit.
Give me a moment. I see. I
Level
hope
up
some
again.
good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Radio computer wizards are coming. I'm sure everything will be
Yes.
fine.
Well, I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
Like, on. How do I get there? Oh, broken window. Someone has torn down the wall. Book. This is better than what I have. Composure. On computer. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. I'll keep what I have. Balcony exit. I try breaking into the other building.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's
What?
an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism. In other words, the star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already used because
Wait.
white is the color of peace.
Is it? The deal with
The
the
wreath of
antler.
antlers represents
It doesn't
nothing
seem
at
like
all.
there's anything here. Okay. Going upstairs then. Or exit? Have I been here? Close. Oh yes, I have been here. I went to the other side.
Hey, up here,
What?
pigger.
What?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C. And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
What are you looking
The
at?
lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
On the boat?
Disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Wait, that's a woman? Doesn't look like a woman from this angle.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershaw. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon. Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up.
I just realized that it's getting late.
Summon the forces
4:30
of
already.
crime and
I don't know
social
when it's gonna get
chaos
dark
with
in
a
the game.
full-sized invitation. Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just you, yeah?
Can I stop her? Nah, I don't care.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
Do you know anything about
I ain't
murder?
no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Okay. But I think I'm gonna end the stream before talking to her. Because it's getting late and my connection already died 3 times today. So I don't really want to risk it. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow at around the same time. So 6 p.m. Central European time. But I'm not sure. I will see tomorrow if I'm not busy, if I'm busy or not. But yeah. That's it for today. This is still only my second stream. I wish I could do more. Just don't really have that much time to play. But yeah. Like ideally I will do like one in-game day per stream, but time kinda moves very slowly, so cannot really do that. I'm not sure how long the game is. I know someone in my friend list has 60 hours in the game. I don't think the game is gonna be that long though. I assume 60 hours is if I want to like do 100% or something like that. I would assume the game would be around 20 to 30 hours, maybe. So it will take me roughly a dozen streams maybe a bit more, maybe 15 streams before I finish the game. But yeah, we'll see. That's enough for today. Thank you guys again for watching. See you maybe in the next stream. Bye.